So Kiely was, basically the star of this episode, and she just is a mess. Like, Kiely, from the beginning, like, you get this vibe that she wants to be, I'm here, but I don't want to be. Big funky, problem in the room. Big funky issue in the room. Just, quiet drama. And remember, Pam, kind of saw that, because she felt like Pam obviously sees more than we see, but from just the way the show presented her, to me, you could just tell, like, Aubrey was, the same as Kiely, except for Aubrey was more outspoken, and she wasn't as covert as Kiely. But I've just gotten the impression that she just wants to be seen as somebody whose presence was requested by the king, and they're only there because they had to be, type John. And I didn't like it. I enjoyed her in 3LW. I really enjoyed her in Cheetah Girls, just because those movies were good. But on this show, no, Kiely, and she's been doing these lives with the twins, and they showed her a couple of times in confessionals with the twins, and it's just like, girl, so you were just this laid back, roll your eyes at all the drama in the room, and just everything's so crazy, and I'm just in the first couple of episodes, you was just, everything's so crazy, and I'm the one that's above it all, and just I'm gonna make faces in the camera like I'm Jim in The Office. And that's just how it goes. I'm just Kiely, and I'm just the queen of over itness. I'm just the queen of above it allness. I'm just the queen of everything. No, ma'am. All right. What I feel like you are is a filler queen. No, I don't know. Kiely, she just whatever. That's how I feel about her. After 5 minutes of talking about it, I'm going to talk about why I feel this way about her in the episode. So the episode opens with Sita telling the girls that they need to make sure that they only have 3 days to get their show together. And then so that's wild, because they have to redo all the songs that Nivea was on. And they have to redo choreography, and just, it's a lot of work to do in 3 days. And so they had to, the last episode, they were, the twins were asking Kiely, would she be a part of it? And Kiely agreed to be a part of it. To help out, with, much chagrin. She just was not here for the group situation from the beginning. She said she was going to be the creative director. I think there's been, in a couple of lives she's been in, a part of, she's said that she was told that she was going to be the creative director. So that's why she had this idea. And, for people asking, why are you here or whatever, why would you even come if you don't want to be part of the group? She came because she wanted to be the creative director. Then the question becomes, why did you stay when you realized that's not what was up? I guess there's, I'm sure there's some contractual obligation, but Nivea left, Aubrey left, they also had to redo, Misha and Irish. I forgot about them. They had to redo, Misha and Irish's vocals. And it's funny because on this show, they kind of made it seem like they didn't have any vocals to redo. But then, like, Shamari was, like, making a big deal about it. Like, how are we going to replace them? Misha is a true soprano. Like they were just the Whitney Houstons of the group. The Uchi Coochie diva from, anyway, but that's from, Waiting to Excel. So, I don't know. So they were trying to make these songs over, and they needed to have Kiely there to help them recreate the sound, of a group, to replace the women who had left. Nivea, in my opinion, was clearly the strongest voice there. It's just like you should have been kissing. Y'all should have been kissing her feet. But I know that's not how it works, with people, But just respect the fact that the one true when they sung in the first episode, when they all got together and showcased what they had going on, Nivea sang a freaking Whitney Houston song, and she sang it down. Like, I can't remember what it was, but it was good. And the other girls, Shamari was really good as well. And the way that the twins were kind of, were coming in acting like they were just above it all. And I got to think of another word for this, but I like to do things on the fly, so the twins were coming in, like they were the best singers and performers and most famous of all the ladies there, and so usually expected for when it was their turn to sing that they were going to sing down, but they did not. They were very pop, very girl group of the 2000s. They could sing better than me, that's for sure, but they just did not give what I thought someone with all those airs about them would give. So they need Kiely to come in, and Kiely agrees finally that she'll come in and she'll be a part of the group, and they need to also redo the choreography and when they kind of cornered Kiely, in the kitchen, not literally, but just as far as like all eyes on her to make this decision. And Kiely was like, "Oh, no, people are gonna think that I'm just doing." I shouldn't mock her because she's upset clearly for a reason. She was just saying that she was just saying that people are going to think that this is what she wanted all along and blah, blah, blah. And my thing is like, no, that's not at all what I was thinking. Like, I figured that you wanted to be the creative director. I figured that you wanted to be the boss, but I never, not once, thought that you had secret aspirations to be the lead singer of the group. I don't know what she thinks that we thought. I mean, I think most people, or a lot of people, sensed some manipulation with her, but we didn't think he was trying to be the singer. Like, what are you talking about? But and really, when she's saying that, maybe it's because she did low-key want to be, maybe she low-key did want all the other fillers out of the situation so that she can be, kind of like, it was only 3 girls and 3 LW, and so it's just like you got the 2 singers, Adrian and Notori. They were good singers, Notori wasn't the best, but she was good. And then you have Kiely, which is, she really wasn't the best. And she says it in this episode, she's not a singer, but she could rap or whatever, she played her part. So when you have less people, it's kind of like, it's harder to get lost in the sauce with that. So maybe she just, she saw a opportunity to shine in the situation, and the opportunity to shine would be to be needed, for people to be begging you to be a part of the group. Child, but how could you? No, I was gonna say, how could you like orchestrate that type of situation? How could you create that? How could she? She seems manipulative, but I don't know, like, unless she was really working behind the scenes and really just cooking stuff up, like Pam said. I don't know how she could have driven Nivea to her break. You know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't her who made that comment about Nivea not having anybody's back but Misha's in that time. And I think that's what kind of drove Nivea over the edge, and pissed her off. Cause like, come for them. I'm trying to get you to stop coming for them, but you come for me, and you just did come for me because you wish I would do this or whatever. Don't, I'm a grown woman. Don't come for the way that I roll. Period. And because the way what you coming for doesn't have a damn thing to do with music. I'm trying to get you to speak to Irish and the people in this room with respect, because I'm trying to keep the peace. I'm trying to get this job done. But you're coming at me as if I'm doing something akin to what you're doing, causing junk. No, I'm trying to stop it, So I felt Nivea. I mean, I completely understood why she got mad, and I'm just saying that to say it didn't seem to have anything to do with Kiely. So I don't know why she just felt like, I mean, I don't know how, I don't know how she could have been behind it all, like some sort of Scooby-Doo villain. But yeah, so she decides that she's gonna join and be there after everyone begging her and her crying and all this stuff. It's a very strong reaction, which made it seem like she really did get bullied or something, when she was in these groups, or she just really had a hard time and she was traumatized by it. So they asked, for some reason, not for some reason, I'm not gonna act like I don't know what time it is. One of the girls asked Pam, like, Pam, what you think? She's in the group. And Pam looks up, I'm quiet. Pam don't have time for Kiely, shoot. And Pam probably was the one that was like, she wanted this all along, just like Misha and the Irish, when they left, they said, watch, Kiely gonna secretly learn how to sing again, it's all coming back to me. They really, okay, so they're the ones that felt like, that she was doing this, intentionally, but, or, trying to be a singer or whatever. So that was a funny part about it, with Pam saying that, that she's quiet, and I'm gonna start doing that in my life. What do you think? I'm quiet. And don't say shit else to me after I say that. I said I'm quiet, and I'm gonna stay quiet. Whatever I'm thinking, that's up to me, betwixt me and my Lord, and that's all. Yeah. So what happened next? So they have to go and do the choreography. After, like I said, she agrees to do it. Kiely agrees to be a part of them. So they go do the choreography, and Keely's acting like a brat. She's giving a lot. She's giving Misha, basically. She's, I don't want to be here, and I'm going to show that I want to be here by, being No, Misha wasn't acting like that. Misha just didn't want to write when it was her turn to write, and she said she got sick. But Kiely. This is just Kiely doing this. She's not acting like anybody else but her, and it gave me an impression that this is probably what her other group members had to deal with, just stankness and vain behavior. So, she's tired. The whole time she's up there, she's tired, and, I don't want to do it. And so the girl, Aaliyah, the choreographer, is like, so if you're not going to do it, you might as well just not do it. So, you can go ahead and excuse yourself. She didn't say those words exactly, but she did excuse her. And then Kiely was like, it's, what do you mean? It's fine. I can do this. And she's just like, no, go ahead. And Kiely's like, fine, got it, bye. And she goes off. And and Aaliyah tells the girls, like, I excused her because it was tapped out, and I would like for her to go get some rest. And we know women. We know that there was an underlying animosity there. Nobody likes to get checked, period. And Kiely got checked. Kiely wanted to be stanking, I'll get it, because that's what she said too. When she was like, you need to do this or whatever, Kiely was like, well, I'll do something. But it's like, no, I don't want to. I'm a choreographer, and this is what you do is going to be a reflection of what I taught you. And I don't have time for you saying I'll get it. You're such a great dancer. We all know. I don't have time for you telling me I'll get it. I need to see you get it. And if you don't get it, head on out. Kick rock, so I can work with these ladies who are trying to make it work. Shamari, Pam, and the twins. And that's what happened. So they keep on with the choreography, and then the next scene, they are meeting with the stylist. I mean, I don't understand. Okay, so that is a stylist, but for some reason he keeps bringing clothes that look crazy. I don't know how styling works. Like, I don't know how, other than like the movies when they bring the stuff in and they have the whole montage and they're trying on clothing and stuff like that, I don't really know how it works. Do they just bring like tubs full of clothes in and you just, it's stuff that they just pulled? I thought another one was coming. Excuse me. Do they just pull random things out and you just, or do they sit down and take the time to try to figure it out? Because Shamari said that, I think it was Fallon. I'm not going to try to differentiate between the twins because I can't. I don't know who's who. But Shamari said that the twins gave the stylist really clear instructions. So when I see Pam come out and what looks like, Shamari told her that she looked like a modern day Elvis. And a modern day Elvis, no, a modern day, no, it's not even a modern day, a 90s Elvis if he was part of Total and he was Pam on Total. Basically, that looked like something that Pam would have worn back in the day, except for a Elvis flair added to it. It just looked crazy. And they had Shamari in these little hot pants or whatever. Shamari gonna show that body. Shamari is so freaking, quick aside, Shamari is so freaking funny. She did a live where she was just like, she was on a vacation with her family and stuff. And she was like, she had Ron, Ronnie DeVoe. She had him hold a camera while she stepped out and showed us her body. Like, I'm good, she said, I'm good, look at this body, I can do what I want to do type John. And it wasn't, I don't think that it was, I didn't find it off-putting like you would normally find something like that, because she's just a free spirit. I love it. She's funny. And also, for her age, not that she's 67 years old, but she's looks great. And so so Shamari had on these little short pants or whatever, and Pam was like, that's not even Shamari's style, that's not even her flavor, so I don't know what's going on with these clothes. And what they put Kiely in, she also looked like something akin to an Elvis type flair, but maybe not Elvis, maybe more Chippendales. Hideous. It was just not cute at all. I don't understand where these clothes came from. So basically the clothes were awful. Kiely was fussing as she was looking through the clothes, because it was like a rack of clothes, and she was like, oh, why all this red under the blue lights? It's gonna look horrible. And so she was upset about that. And she said, oh, mean Kiely is back. It's just like, girl, you ain't never go nowhere. You just been trying to be, whatever you've been trying to be sneaky about, how you really are. Anyway, so the twins and Shamari, they're ever on the job to keep the show going, keep the show on the road. They see how the morale is going down, and they decide to pull the stylist to the side and be like, listen, we don't like the clothing, so let's just try to come up with something together. And they come up with this idea where they have three different clothing changes, and they make it so clear that they feel like this time is going to be it. It's going to work. And so they go and tell Kiely, and Keely's just like, okay, And then she says to Pam, the whole time I was just looking at you like, what would Pam do? And Pam's like, stay quiet. They have this little moment or whatever. So, And then the next scene is Kiely telling one of the twins that she doesn't think that she's going to be able to perform with them. She's like, don't be mad. Don't be mad. I don't want you to be mad at me. But I don't think I'm going to be able to perform with you guys. And the twin is like, of course, like, what? Like, we just went through all this junk. And, so she's like, okay, so we need to tell the girls. And Kiely's like, tell them what? I just like, why you ain't, Kiely. She's like, tell him what? And then she's like, what you just told me. The twin is like, what you just told me. And she's like, oh, I just want to tell you first. And the vibe I got from that was, what I wanted to do was have a quick moment of reflection and whining and and ruminating, and just, I wanted to have a moment where I was able to tell you why I'm having such a hard time with this for the camera, and explain to the people watching why I am the way I am. I don't want to just act differently. I don't want to suck it up. I don't want to suck it up and be girl power and do it for my girls, and just be all on one accord like I thought that everyone should be. Like I was telling Misha, if one of us feels away, we should all stand behind it. I don't want to do that. I don't want to be a team player. I want to whine and then, be a team player. That's the vibe I got from it, because she just seemed like a stunt queen from hell. Everything she does means something else. Everything she says means something else. So, the twin goes and get the other twin, and she gets Shamari and Pam. And so they all together, and they're all like, Kiely, tears up again, and she's like, I don't want to do it, and they're just like, and Shamari's like, listen, if you don't do it, I'm going to be mad at you for the rest of my life. It means, if you don't do it, that means I came here and wasted my time. I'm going to be pissed off with you, and I'm not going to go, because I'm not going to go up on the stage if you don't go up on there, because we're going to look stupid. I'm not going to do it. And then, of course, again, she's doing it. After they've begged her to do it, she's doing it. Oh, gosh. Oh. Kiely is a mess, man. Like, Kiely is not... Kiely, she just is not someone who seems to have grown at all to her big age. Like, I don't know how old she is, but I just know that she's old enough, because Cheetah Girls, when she was actually young, was a long time ago. And she said, I have a husband and a baby now. I don't need people clapping at me or for me. And I don't know, what she meant by that. Like, were you saying that you have a life, so you don't need someone to try to give you life by clapping? Like, girl, whatever. Okay. Why did you come on the show? Why are you on the show? Goodness. And I really just feel like she came on the show because she wanted some redemption. But just like the girls, just like the twins, when they act the way they act on the show, and then they go on these lives and they try to act like they want to show us that we're stupid for believing what we see, but y'all go on these lives and y'all act exactly the same way y'all acted on the show. Ugh. Oh gosh. Like, oh. Man, Nivea, at some point in the show, Nivea called, or Pam pulled Shamari to the side. She pulled her out of her conversation with Kiely. Like, you can't come. But she then pulled her to the side and called Nivea, and Nivea was just smiling and talking about how she didn't regret her decision to go. It was just too much. And all that, and they were just gushing over her, saying it's so hard to replace you, and you in the pocket, you stay in the pocket, and you're really good, and it's gonna be so hard to replace you, and you brought the light to the group, and and all that, and Nivea was just like, I didn't realize I made such an impression on y'all, and and thank you for saying that, but y'all are gonna do great, and so Shamari is just like, we shared after in Shamari's confessional. Shamari says, we shared a room together. I really miss her, it makes me feel better that she is watching me and rooting for me. So basically that's how that go. The next episode is going to be the finale. It's going to be the performance. There's going to be even more drama. And you know why? Because Fallon or Felicia, one of the twins, make the statement of, right after Kiely said that she was thinking about not performing with them for the 1,000th time. Shamari, Pam, and the twins are sitting there and they're talking about like how they're not prepared to do everything all over again, and how they can't let this happen. And one of the twins says, it's really just like Murphy's Law, like if anything bad can happen, it will happen. Girl, that's because you are on a reality show, a Carlos King reality freaking show. You are in a rat race, a maze essentially, full of pit stops and pitfalls and anything for us to have some drama out of y'all. That performance is going to be full of pit stuff. Like, why can't the stylist find some good clothes for y'all? What is going on? There's going to be some sound issues, and they show in the next episode. You know how they show the little clips from the next episode. There's going to be some sound issues, and again, Shamari is saying, I'm not going on the stage if it's this or that or whatever. So it's gonna be some more mess. It's gonna be mess all the way to the end because you are on this show, and these producers did not set you up to have a smooth ride. They set you up for us to have a show for us to watch and stay tuned in for and talk about. And that is it. That is all I have to say to you. And that's how that goes.